What is going on, Meld Nation? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Fareed, and in today's video, we're going to be breaking down day number 23 of the 25 days of Meld. Now, in my last video, I alluded to the fact that the Meld team could be partnering with the Ava Labs team, which is the foundation building the Avalanche blockchain. And so earlier we received an announcement directly from the Meld team confirming my suspicion. That said, we're going to quickly break down the tweet that was just released by the team. And then once we do that, we're going to jump over into Medium to review the article and then basically highlight what this partnership actually means for Meld and the vision for the future as it pertains to this protocol. And so if you guys are not already following Meld on Twitter, then definitely make sure to go follow them at Meld_DeFi. That said, the Meld team is excited to finally make one of their biggest announcements to date as it relates to the 25 days of Meld, which is their partnership with the Ava Labs team. And so it reads here, this partnership stands at the core of their multi-chain strategy as Meld plans to leverage Ava Labs' innovative blockchain technology and infrastructure to create a custom subnet on the Avalanche blockchain. I've actually got the Medium article here, which basically breaks this down into a lot more detail, which I just want to highlight here. And then at the very end of this, I'm going to summarize what this means for Meld and for us within the Cardano ecosystem. So here, as a part of our EVM initiative towards implementing support for more blockchains outside of Cardano, Meld is partnering with Ava Labs, who, as I mentioned before, is the foundation building the Avalanche blockchain. After the mainnet launch of Meld on the Cardano blockchain, Meld will be transitioning from being a project built solely on Cardano to being a multi-chain protocol for a more inclusive user experience. Now, if you guys are not already aware, the Meld team had basically given the community a heads up in their recent AMA, which I'll also leave down in the description below. And so in order to achieve this, Meld will leverage Ava Labs' innovative blockchain technology and infrastructure to create a custom subnet built on the Avalanche blockchain. Using EVM technology, this subnet will allow for the Meld team to customize the network and optimize performance for their platform needs and the needs of the users. By launching on the Avalanche subnet, Meld will be able to offer its services to a brand new set of community members while also expanding the reach of its existing protocol. Now down here below, we have a small chart here basically comparing the transaction throughput, the transaction finality, and the energy efficiency of the top blockchain. So here we have Bitcoin with a total of 7 transactions per second, Ethereum coming in at 2x that, which is at a 14 transactions per second, and then Polkadot with a much greater increase in transactions per second. And then we have Avalanche here with an infinity when it comes to transactions per second, as long as you're using subnets. I do have to do a little bit of research to actually understand more about how these subnets work, but I did want to highlight that there. In terms of finality, in which that basically means how long it takes for transactions to actually be marked as final on the blockchain. Again, we have Bitcoin coming in with 60 minutes, Ethereum coming in at 6 minutes, Polkadot with the fastest so far at 60 seconds, and then Avalanche beating Polkadot by a long stretch actually with a finality of under 2 seconds. So as you guys can see here, transactions will be processed in a much faster rate when using a subnet on the Avalanche blockchain, which probably explains why Meld is so interested in this particular partnership. Now, I'm not going to break down the rest of these metrics here. Again, I do need to familiarize myself with them, but I will definitely be breaking down additional stats about subnets and Avalanche in my future videos. So I'm going to back out of here, and we're going to basically wrap that portion up. Now, granted, what does this actually mean for members within Cardano? So we've actually heard directly from Ken, and basically what this means is that Meld will now be an L1 blockchain as they launch their own subnet on Avalanche. And some of the benefits of this particular partnership include a higher capital efficiency and a much lower transaction fee, even greater than Polygon, right? So Polygon is already known for its low transaction fees, and recently they've struck partnerships with the likes of Nike, Coca-Cola, and Disney. Now, as you guys may or may not know, a lot of the protocols right now do not necessarily talk to or bridge out to Cardano. However, Avalanche is one of the blockchains right now that is pretty common amongst the EVM world. So getting access to this blockchain, I think, will bring a lot more liquidity and eyeballs to the Meld protocol, which is also a good product or a good endpoint in terms of adoption for Meld. Now that said, nothing will actually be changing with respect to Meld's relationship with IOG and Cardano. They're not going to be going anywhere. They will still continue to build on Cardano first before actually moving over into Avalanche. Moving forward on this channel, you guys can expect to see more content about Avalanche, specifically as it relates to Meld. Now that we have that out of the way, let's quickly talk about the upcoming partnership or the integration that we could see for day number 24. So I'm going to scroll down here. And I actually don't think that it's necessarily going to be a partnership with a specific dApp or project. But if we scroll down just a little bit further, we should see our clue. Let's see here. And there it is. So if you guys look all the way on the left-hand side of the screen, you guys will notice here what appears to be an outline of a person. Now, granted, I know that we have been waiting for quite a bit on a particular NFT collection from the Meld team, and I actually did a little bit of research and I kind of went back to see, and I was able to find a cryptic tweet that was just posted by the Meld team late yesterday. And so if we kind of take a look at this outline here and we kind of compare that against what we have here, that does kind of look to be the same thing. And if we take a look at some of these additional comments here, which kind of hint at the Meld Bank Manager NFTs, there's no official confirmation just yet, but it does look like we could be expecting an announcement from Meld about their upcoming Bank Manager NFTs. Now, if it's your first time hearing about the Meld Bank Manager NFTs, these are going to be an NFT collection that was announced by the Meld team, which will be given out to members who participated within their ISPO for one or more epochs. Now, if you guys missed out on the ISPO, don't worry, these will make their way to the secondary marketplaces, and then once they're available there, you can purchase them as you wish. In terms of the benefits or the utility of this particular Bank Manager NFT, if this is what this is going to be released, we can actually expect to see in terms of loan rate reductions, I believe it's going to be a minor loan rate reduction. And then in terms of if you're providing liquidity, you can expect, I believe it's a 0.1% increase in yield boost. That said, there's also the Diamond Hand NFTs, which are also available. Now, those will be giving you guys the benefits on the crypto to fiat side, which if you guys are not already familiar with, Meld will be a crypto to crypto lending platform, as well as a crypto to fiat platform. And so that is going to wrap it up for today's video, again, in which we talked about the extremely big partnership with the AVAX team or the Avalanche blockchain, and then potentially getting an update as it relates to the Bank Manager NFTs as a part of tomorrow's update. So if you guys appreciate this video, please make sure to tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video.